Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. You remember the Russians do not have any more resources, capabilities to build missiles and rockets. This is what the mass media, the Ukrainian mass media, the British mass media, the American mass media told us. Russia is running out of missiles and cannot replace their missiles. So that means they're, know what I mean? They're going to run out. Well, this article contradicts exactly that. And it comes from the same sources. So I don't know, these guys did not get the memo. So anyway, this article comes from Reuters, actually via the Jerusalem Post. So I'm reading it from the Jerusalem Post, from the Jewish state, but it is by Reuters. So Reuters came with the story. And listen to this. Russia is expanding its nuclear arsenal, U.S. Defense Secretary says. I mean, what? So they're not going to have more missiles and rockets. They ran out of Iskander and Kalibr and all those. But they're going to expand on the other side. How is that possible? Russia is expanding and modernizing its nuclear arsenal. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said on Friday, at a time Russian President Vladimir Putin has repeatedly suggested he could use nuclear weapons to protect Russia. And I'm quoting, Russia is also modernizing and expanding its nuclear arsenal. Austin said at a ceremony of U.S. Strategic Command, which oversees the United States nuclear arsenal. Very interesting, isn't it? So asked, and I'm quoting, and as the Kremlin continues its cruel and unprovoked war of choice against Ukraine, the whole world has seen Putin engage in deeply irresponsible nuclear saber-rattling, Austin added. Really? Okay. Can you name me when Putin said that he's going to use nuclear weapons? I can tell you exactly what he said. I can tell you. This is what Putin said. He said, now with the annexation of the Lugansk, Donetsk, and the new annexed regions due to the referenda conducted in those regions, he said those regions fall under the umbrella of the Russian constitution. And when he was asked about what about nuclear weapons, he said, and since those are our territory, consider from now fall under the jurisdiction of our constitution, we will defend them with any military means at our disposal. Now you know the Russian doctrine of nuclear weapons means if their statehood is threatened, if their allies or whatever is threatened and so on, they can use it. They do not have a preemptive strike doctrine. I can tell you a country with nuclear power that has this doctrine of preemptive strike. Not Russia. You know what that means? That some people are a little bit more assholes than the Russians. Okay? If you know what that means. All right. So in this case, Austin did not make sense, saying that they're modernizing. Okay, they're modernizing. What does that mean? They're replacing the old ones, or they're building something else, something better, newer. Now, in order to do that, we all know that these guys in the West are crying, saying that, hey, Putin uses all kind of foreign-made technology and chips in order to propel his missiles. How about the nuclear missiles, if I may ask? Are they using what? Lunar materials or something? No, I don't think that the Russians are so stupid that they will allow their, how should I put it, basic deterrent or defensive capabilities at the whim of another country, a country that definitely is an how should I put it, competitor. Because of exactly this kind of situations. If those guys says, no, we're not going to send you anymore, what are they going to do? Perish? So anyway, Lloyd, now which one is stupid? Lloyd or the mass media and the other experts from the intelligence sources? Because they say their intelligence sources is never, oh, you know what, someone said something. No, the Ukrainian intelligence sources, the British, the UK intelligence sources, they say that the Russians are running out of missiles. Why? Because they can't produce anymore. They produce because they don't have the materials. But those chips were made in, and they gave you a list of about 7 countries that uses components from countries that are now not giving Russia anymore. But all of a sudden, this guy who was in the board of directors of what was that? Raytheon Technologies that builds, is incorporated in the U.S. military industrial complex. He comes and tells you otherwise. Now, which one is wrong here? I think the Russians are not, how should I put it, running out of missiles and rockets soon. I stand by, I agree with, I think, with that the general of the German army, I can't remember what his name was, Zem with the Z, who said Russia is not going to run out of missiles and rockets anytime soon. Whereas everybody else, no, Russia is done, Russia is done. Well, I don't think so. I think that they got prepared. The Russians got prepared for something real, not the bullshit that is in Ukraine. And what they say is bullshit. They are prepared for an attack, simultaneous attack from multiple countries, not on one little battlefield of Ukraine. And believe me, when they plan the strategy and the doctrine, defense doctrine, they take into consideration how they call it, the doomsday whatever scenario, which is the worst case scenario possible. A case, like the United States is preparing for exactly that. They are calculating their defense based on everybody against us. That's how they look at this. What if one day everyone is against us, so we are alone? This is their doctrine. That's how they militarily get ready. That's their vision. So if you get ready for that, can you imagine what a stockpile of weapons you should have? So the same with the Russians. You can say, well, this is just, Emil, it's just conventional weapons, and probably they were thinking that if they get to a point of running out of missiles, they will just use nuclear weapons. Well, probably, not possibly, probably. I mean, we're not going to say, well, we don't have any conventional weapons anymore, my bad, come and get us. We're not going to use anything else. I don't think they're human, so the self-preservation instincts are still there. So put aside law, what I said yesterday, no, they're not going to give up like that. They have so much experience with past examples when some people left themselves be brought in front of a tribunal, and they serve as those examples serve as examples why not certain kind of you should not go over there and allow yourself to be judged, prosecuted by these people. Not that the other way around would be fair. No, because we're human. But I'm just saying, I don't think they would allow, okay, I'm gonna come and where is the tribunal? Excuse me, I'm looking for a tribunal. Yeah, I want them to judge me and prosecute me. Yeah, all right, unless you're arrested and picked up and dropped over there, or in the meantime, I don't know, how should I put it, taken care of, like Che Guevara, for instance. Remember that guy? Mm-hmm. He was not the only one. Or like Gaddafi. Mm-hmm. No. At least Saddam evaded that thing, and the trial that we all watched, it was good enough to remind us of 48, whenever those trials were, the tribunal. They're not gonna do this. So anyway, they don't have materials and components for missiles and rockets, but they have for nuclear weapons. All right, maybe. So maybe it's a logic right there. Like they don't have about 7,000 nuclear missiles. at their disposal. They need more. Anyway, we'll find out. I hope we don't. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.